Good evening, and welcome back to WNBA Trending. I'm Ava, and tonight we're diving deep into one of the most heated and surprising stories making headlines in women's basketball. Angel Reese, the Chicago Sky's rising star and one of the most polarizing rookies in the league, is suddenly at the center of a storm that could lead to a bitter exit from the franchise. Reports and statements from league executives have sparked fresh controversy, raising serious questions about her future in Chicago and potentially in the WNBA overall. Now, Angel Reese has been nothing short of a sensation since entering the WNBA earlier this year. Known as the Bayou Barbie from her LSU days, she brought energy, physicality, and a level of star power that immediately translated to higher TV ratings, merchandise sales, and fan engagement for the league. Her rivalry with Caitlin Clark, her unapologetic confidence, and her undeniable rebounding ability made her must-watch TV every time she hit the floor. But as we've seen time and time again in professional sports, star power often comes with controversy, and Reese has been caught in a whirlwind of criticism that now seems to have reached a boiling point. Earlier this week, a high-ranking WNBA executive reportedly made comments that were described as a remarkable attack on Reese's behavior, professionalism, and overall fit within the Chicago Sky organization. While the executive stopped short of naming her directly in the initial statement, the context left little doubt about who the criticism was directed at. Sources close to the league say that the executive accused Reese of creating unnecessary drama, struggling with consistency, and clashing with both coaches and teammates over playing style and locker room culture. For fans of the Sky, this development is shocking. Reese has been one of the team's most recognizable faces, and even in a rookie season filled with ups and downs, she's contributed solid minutes and some game-changing performances. Her rebounding numbers have consistently ranked among the top for rookies, and she's shown flashes of dominance on both ends of the court. But at the same time, critics argue that her fiery personality has sometimes overshadowed her on-court production. Technical fouls, heated exchanges with referees, and confrontations with opponents have drawn unwanted attention. And now, with a league executive openly taking aim, the perception of Reese as a difficult star is only growing louder. The timing of this controversy couldn't be worse for Chicago. The Sky are in the middle of a critical stretch of the season, fighting for playoff positioning in an increasingly competitive Eastern Conference. With veterans like Kalia Copper trying to keep the locker room focused, the last thing the team needs is internal divisions spilling into the headlines. But that's exactly what appears to be happening, and the finger-pointing directed at Reese suggests that some within the organization may already be looking at a future without her. So, what exactly did the executive say? While the league has not released an official transcript, multiple reports indicate that the criticism focused on maturity and adaptability. According to insiders, the executive suggested that Reese needs to grow up if she wants to succeed long-term in the WNBA. They went on to describe her approach to team dynamics as confrontational and implied that her personal brand is starting to take priority over her commitment to the team. Those are serious accusations, especially considering Reese's massive popularity off the court. She has become one of the most marketable figures in women's basketball, signing major endorsement deals, landing magazine covers, and amassing millions of social media followers. In many ways, she's following the blueprint of modern athletes who blend sports with lifestyle branding. But the executive's comments suggest that within the league, there are concerns that her commercial success might be distracting from her development as a player. Angel Reese, for her part, has not stayed silent. Known for speaking her mind, she took to social media shortly after the comments began circulating. Without directly naming the executive, Reese posted a series of messages that appeared to address the situation head-on. In one tweet, she wrote, "They can say whatever they want. I'll keep being me and keep proving people wrong. I'm here for the fans, for my teammates, and for the game I love." In another, she posted a cryptic message about loyalty and knowing who's really in your corner, which only fueled speculation about growing fractures between her and the Sky's leadership. The reaction from fans has been divided. Some argue that the executive's comments are unfair, pointing out that Reese is still just a rookie adjusting to the professional game. They argue that her passion, competitiveness, and refusal to back down are exactly what the WNBA needs to attract more fans and attention. Others, however, believe the criticism is valid, suggesting that Reese's off-court distractions and her constant presence in controversies could become a long-term liability for any franchise. Now, here's where things get even more dramatic. Rumors are already swirling that if tensions continue to rise, Reese could be on her way out of Chicago much sooner than expected. Several insiders believe that if the Sky miss the playoffs or suffer an early postseason exit, the organization could explore trade options in the offseason. That would be a stunning turn of events for a player who is expected to be a cornerstone of the team's future. But in the WNBA, where roster space is tight and team chemistry is everything, franchises don't always have the patience to wait out long-term conflicts. Adding fuel to the fire, analysts are speculating about where Reese could end up if Chicago decides to part ways. Teams like the Washington Mystics, who would love to bring her back home near her native Baltimore, or the Atlanta Dream, who could use her energy and marketability, have already been mentioned as potential landing spots. The idea of Angel Reese being traded after just one season sounds shocking, but in the current climate, nothing seems off the table. As this story continues to develop, the broader question is what it means for the league itself. The WNBA has been riding a wave of new popularity, thanks in large part to stars like Reese, Caitlin Clark, and other young players who have brought in a fresh wave of fans. But with popularity comes scrutiny, and how the league handles controversies like this one could shape its reputation moving forward. Do they embrace outspoken players like Reese, who bring fire and passion, even if it sometimes leads to conflict? Or do they prioritize professionalism and tradition, risking alienation of a new, younger audience that loves athletes who speak their truth? For now, all eyes are on Reese and the Sky. Will this rift heal before it grows into something irreparable? Will the executive walk back their comments, or will the organization double down? And most importantly, will Angel Reese continue to thrive in Chicago, or are we witnessing the beginning of a bitter exit that could reshape her career? One thing is certain, the story of Angel Reese is far from over. Whether she stays in Chicago or finds a new home, her presence in the WNBA will continue to spark conversation, debate, and headlines. And for fans of women's basketball, that means the drama on and off the court is only just getting started.